As a friend, one of the best things that you can possibly say to someone, because, with my clients, because my clients are all my friends, I have a genuine relationship with everybody. One of the best and most productive things that I've done, especially with trying to change this in myself recently, is telling people what they need to hear and not what they want to hear, right? Like if you tell somebody and you know that somebody's doing something wrong, that's what a real friend is. A real friend doesn't just pat you on the back and just tell you, oh yeah, like you're doing good, like everything that you're doing in your life is great right now. Like a couple of my clients, I'm like, dude, you're not feeling good. You're smoking weed, you're drinking, you're going out. If you want to get in shape, if you want to have an actual mindset, you cannot do that shit, right? That's not what we're here for. I'm not here to tell you, oh, you're doing great. Oh, if you're just going to the gym and you're getting bigger and building muscle, it's not how it works. If you want to be a man that can actually provide for your family, right? If you can be a man that can be looked up to by people, because as a man, whether we're kids, everybody's looking up to Batman, Superman. Everybody wants to be a superhero, look and feel like a superhero, and be something of that nature to them, right? Everybody wants to be a superhero. Everybody wants to be that top dog as a man. And if you're doing that, it's never going to work out, right? Because if it can't last forever, there's no possible reason for it to be worthwhile, in my opinion. That's why there's so many things that I do that I'm just like, this is just not worth it to me right now. Like I'll get people, literally I was talking to people today. They were like, Gavin, have you ever drinking or smoking in your life? And I was just like, no, man. Like, I just don't do that. That's not me. It's not part of my goals. It's not part of the man that I actually want to become, right? And, I had a couple of my friends who were doing this. I'm just like, dude, I'll be straight up with you right now. You're not going to become the man that you want to become if you're doing this right now. It can't last forever. And that's one of the things that I love the most about the gym. Better than, hockey that I used to play, soccer, lacrosse. I played pretty much every sport there is. I played soccer, lacrosse, hockey, baseball, and probably a few others. The gym is going to last forever. Like I've genuinely, the same as golf. So golf and the gym, I can do for the rest of my life, right? Like 80 years old, I'm going to be watching these YouTube videos back. I'm going to be on the golf course. I'm going to be in the gym, lifting weights, feeling good, feeling healthy. But smoking weed and drinking, as an adult, as a dad, as a father figure, can you really do that? Like, what kind of dad, what kind of person that is looked up to and provides this service for his children and to teach his children how to become that man, teaches his children, go drink and smoke, right? No. Like, if you're not doing that yourself, I just don't believe that you can preach that. It's the same thing as me being a coach, right? Like, if I wasn't getting up early, if I wasn't doing the things that I say I'm going to do, if I wasn't putting my all every single day, before school, after school. Like, I have school the entire day. It's probably the biggest roadblock in my entire life right now. Get up at 5:30, do work until school, and then after school, have calls and do work for the rest of the day. I've been going to the gym before school recently just because my schedule has been so freaking busy. So I'll go to the gym at 5:30. I put it a few times on my story about just, like hitting legs and whatnot, which absolutely sucks. But I'll go to the gym, grab a banana, grab some honey, and I'll go to the gym, I'll hit some legs. It'll suck. I won't want to do it in the slightest, but I have all that time for after school, right? And one of the biggest things that I've learned as an entrepreneur is that, your time is so, so valuable, right? Like even this video, like I had to, plan out making this video, plan out going to the gym and hit my cardio. And it's not like I have to do this, right? I have this physique, I have this mindset, I have, everything in my life, right? I could just sit back and say, oh, like, it's okay. Like, everything that I'm doing right now, it's completely fine. But I want to take that to the next level. Like, I'll create my own schedule. And that's one of the beauties of being, an entrepreneur. But at the same time, it's one of the worst things about being an entrepreneur, right? So, like, I could shut everything off right now. I could not get up early. I could not figure out my time. And things would just be super unproductive and not in a good position for that. Right, but something, especially into this new year, I know I don't like to say that I'm going to make New Year's resolutions and whatnot, but something that I really, really like to focus on is telling people what they need to hear, right? Like, what the hell would be the point in me coaching somebody? What the hell would be the point in me being somebody's friend if I'm just there to pat them on the back? If I'm just there to say, oh yeah, man, like, good work, you're doing great, even though they're doing a shit job, right? Like, you're not gonna tip the waiter that does a shit job, right? You'll tip them. You'll say, like, you know, good work, being consistent, good job waiting my table, but you're not gonna give the waiter that does a shit job even more of a tip, right? It's the same thing as if you're working with somebody or if you're friends with somebody, right? Like, you want to give them that tip that's going to elevate them to the next level, right? And there's just so many different things that are going on in my mind. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I said that I'm gonna be so open and honest on these videos. This is hard for me to talk like this. It's hard for me to come on the camera and talk like this so openly and honestly about my life, but I just know, like, how important this is to me to document my journey and take you guys along for that ride with me. I'm so tired right now. Like, I get 8 hours of sleep, right? Like, a lot of the time I get 8 hours of sleep because I make that an absolute priority. Even if that means waking up at 5:30, I'll try to go to bed at 9:30. I'll try to make that happen, but, you know, sometimes it turns out to be 10, 11, 12, and things get bad then. And I'm even tired with 8 hours of sleep, dude. You know, I've had coffee, I've had caffeine, I've had all these things, well hydrated, I still feel tired, dude. It's just the amount of work that I do, right? And what I found, especially in myself, is that I'm tired every single day, right? There's never gonna be a perfect time, and that's what I tell people, dude. There's never ever gonna be a perfect time for you to start something, ever. And I know you hear it, like, literally thousands of times, but it's just like, there's never ever gonna be this time to where, you know, your work schedule is perfect, your mental state is perfect, the gym, the amount of people in the gym is perfect for you, and, you know, you feeling comfortable in the gym. It's never gonna be perfect. All right, you just gotta say, in this current time, how important are those goals that I actually want to achieve for me and myself, right? Like, is the current state that I'm feeling right now something that's worth my goals in the future? I keep getting distracted just because I'm so tired. I have a bike path right behind me. It's not very busy, but I keep getting distracted. I really like these YouTube videos, though. I like just sitting down and getting out my thoughts. It's the same thing as journaling. And I was thinking this to myself. I had a group call with a bunch of my guys last night. So fulfilling and so awesome to see, you know, a tight-knit group of guys who come back every week and all build up together. But, I mean, the point is that we're talking about journaling and morning routines and earned dopamine versus unearned dopamine. And I was talking about myself and journaling. And these YouTube videos, in a way, are very, very similar to journaling. And it's not, I don't make these videos to get views, because I know this type of video and what I'm saying, because I know social media, right? Like, I know that this isn't going to get views, it's not going to get millions of views, I know that for a fact. But it's for myself to document my own journey, as well as for myself to reflect on what I've done and really where and what I can improve on moving forward. And like I was saying at the start of the video, like, one of the biggest things that I want to improve, you know, going into this new year is just telling everybody in my life what they need to hear. Because I want people, like, all my guys, you know, everybody that I'm working for, everybody that's around my life, I want them to do better than me, right? I want them to do better than me. And all the people that I'm teaching to do so, what coach would I be if I wasn't teaching that, right? Like, I want to teach somebody how to get a better physique than me, how to get more jacked than me, how to get more strong than me. That's the goal of this, right? At the end of the day, that's the goal of this. And I want to tell people what they need to hear. Because if you know somebody's doing, like, a shit job, they're drinking, they're smoking, and you say, what the fuck are you doing? Excuse my language, but, like, this is fitness. Like, what am I here for if I'm not here to tell you that, right? So that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. Is I know that once you guys start to tell people in your life what they need to hear instead of what they want to hear, first off, you teach what you learn and you learn what you teach, right? So if you can, you know, teach something, you learn it when you teach it. So if you tell somebody else how to do something, that means that you've mastered it yourself, or that you've learned a lot about it yourself. And it's going to elevate other people in your life so much if you can tell them what they need to hear in that time. Even though it's not what they want to hear, even though it's not the best thing for their situation, their mental state in that current time, they got to become that man that they want to become at the end of the day. And that's really it. So, yeah, you guys, I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm still getting it done. I'm still getting everything done on my list, every single thing. I'm just absolutely exhausted. Appreciate you guys watching the video, though. Hope you have a great night.